Hey everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hey, for the first time, why don't you subscribe, become the newest member of the Slash Squad. I'm not always in a car in my videos, but today I'm on my way to LA with my friend Melanie, which you can't see because my camera is duct taped to the dashboard of her car. I thought it would be fun to do a get ready with me in the car, so I've got my makeup. Let's see how this turns out. And maybe you'll even glean some tips if you do find yourself having to do a full face of makeup as a car passenger. Starting out with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Foundation Stick. Since I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, I felt like this was a better use of my time on the drive than trying to slap on makeup before we left. And now taking a stippling brush and just gonna go ahead and blend that out. And this is kind of, the makeup that I'm doing right now is sort of been my travel makeup routine. I've been all over the place lately. Came back from Canada, as y'all know, I had my travel video on that. And then I went to LA 2 weeks ago for Memorial Day just to visit friends and show friends around that had never been to LA, and I kind of just have left my makeup bag packed the whole time. Now usually I blend this foundation out with a sponge, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to dampen a sponge in a car, so this is actually the first time I'm using a brush to do it, and it's pretty decent. Okay, foundation done. Let's move on to the brows. Now, anything that's super like precise when it comes to application is a little bit difficult in the car, but we are on kind of a straight highway, so not a lot of starting and stopping, which is helpful. Not too bad. Ooh, my ears are popping. We just changed altitude. Oh, bumps. Alright, not too difficult. I think it's coming out okay. I did bring concealer to clean up, just in case my brow ended up looking a little wonky. I think when it's hardest to do makeup is like when you're on the city streets, because it's like the starting and stopping where you're like, ugh.
Too much jerking.
Definitely. But I mean, I know there are people who commute to work, maybe like on the bus or carpool, and like this is literally their everyday. Like I have friends who keep their makeup brushes in their cup holder, and they're doing it on the way to work, which is crazy. I think that's a little bit of distracted driving right there.
Yeah, it's not really much better than
texting.
I wouldn't mind keeping some, that way if, like, because I always get to the office a little early, that way I can do it, like, when I'm there, or when I'm still in the car, parked in the lot.
Yeah. Alright, I think the brows are done and looking pretty good. So, gonna move on now to eyeshadow. Now, not gonna do anything too crazy. I did contemplate doing a cut crease and really making this a challenge, but I do have to wear this makeup all day because we are going to be doing some shooting and whatnot, so didn't want to put too much on my plate. So not going to be too crazy, but I am using the AOA Perfect Eyeshadow Primer from Shop Miss A, and as you can see, I've been using it as my mirror. I'm using the BH Cosmetics Hangin in Hawaii palette. This has been my #1 travel palette for the past few months now. It's really easy to pack, obviously. There is a very generous mirror. Oh look, this is literally what my camera looks like right now. Okay, so anyway, and I just feel like it's a really good mix of shades. There's like pops of pinks, corals, a lot of neutrals, but really good for summer vacation and just what I've packed with me for all of my trips the past few times. So, ooh, I'm starting to smell something outside. Interesting. All right, we're gonna go into Shaka, which is this beige shade. That's gonna be our lid shade everywhere. Definitely not with that brush though. Yeah, BH Cosmetics has been putting out awesome products lately. You've probably seen a few of my recent tutorials using them. They're one of those brands that, like, unlike some of the other ones that I've talked about recently on my channel, they keep putting out stuff left and right and really fast, but it's all good. Like, you know that they're taking their time and they've just got their formulas down. So I do appreciate that. Okay, what do we want to do now? I think I'm going to take Aloha as my transition shade here. It's kind of like a brownie pink, and I'm going to use that in and above my crease. Now I have to do my makeup to match a few different outfits today, so I am going to keep it a little bit on the neutral side. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and highlight with Sandy. There are so many beautiful highlight shades in this palette. Sandy's kind of in between the shade ranges because we have a really, really light one and kind of more of a beigey one. Sandy's a good in-between champagne, and it leans a little bit on the warmer side. And for my crease shade, I'm going to go for Mahalo, which is a little bit on the warmer side. I feel like my face is already getting a little dewy. We'll see how this foundation holds up throughout the day. It's crazy because now when I go to LA, after living there all my life and then moving to Vegas, LA feels humid to me. And it never used to before, but now I go and I'm like, whoa, where did this come from? I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out and kind of diffuse it a little more because it might be a little choppy. That's why I'm going for a little bit more of a neutral look, because it's not going to be too obvious if anything is just a tad bit on the messier side today. Okay, I'm going to go into Waikiki for my lid. It's another one of those shimmer shades, but more on the darker spectrum, a little bit more beige. And that is going to be just all over the lid. And I'm using this brush from e.l.f. It's from their Beautifully Precise collection, I want to say. And I really like it's like flat and dense, so it picks up shadow really well, but also you can kind of carve out a fake cut crease because it kind of comes to a taper where it flattens out at the very tip. So kind of give the illusion of a cut crease without going through the whole concealer situation. All right, I'm gonna blend a little bit, get everything cohesive. Okay, eyeliner, definitely the more nerve-wracking part of doing your makeup in the car. So I'm gonna tight line and hopefully not go blind. Did I not pack a tight liner? Nope, I've definitely packed 2 liquid liners. Alright, well, we're not tight lining today, but we're definitely using liquid liner in the car. So I have 2 liquid liner options, which actually probably works in my favor. Obviously, we have the NYX Matte Liquid Liner, which is my go-to. However, this one, it requires a lot of control because we're working with a brush tip situation, whereas the Neutrogena liner is in pen form, which I feel like is going to be a little bit easier to handle in a car. Let's go ahead and do that. Plus, this is a pretty decent liner, although the last time I used it, it already felt a little dry. Wish me luck. Trying to start out on the thinner side so that way if we go over a bump or something, I can thicken it without it getting too Amy Winehouse. Whew, this is nerve-wracking. Now I should probably add, for safety reasons, don't try this at home. Ooh, okay. Got the wing down, let's fill it in. Oh, okay. We're just gonna rock a really high wing today, and that's how it's gonna be. I feel like this looks weird without a tight line, but that was totally my bad because I've been using the Neutrogena gel liner to tight line, and that's what I thought I was grabbing. Whoa. Let's see what I can do with this, kind of wiggling it in between the lashes. Alright, so it's not like my favorite wing I've ever done, but it's definitely not awful. But this might be hard to recreate on the other side because the height and swoop of it was done basically by a bump in the road. So let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Definitely got some on the lid there. Okay. Damage control, folks. Blend it out. Okay, that kind of worked. I'm gonna add a little bit more of Waikiki on the lid to cover it. We're good. It's like at a really high angle. I feel like the trick here is gonna be bringing this in and then kind of making a swoop at the very end. Ooh. Could be better. I mean, the angle of my eyeliner today is just a lot more at like the 45 than I usually wear it, but I think that's probably as even as we're gonna get. I don't want to go into that spiral of evening this out and then literally becoming a panda. I feel like it just needs a little bit more length. I'm gonna go for it, guys. That probably was a mistake. Alright, so I think the liner is as good as it's gonna get. Usually when my liner gets this out of control, I put on falsies to try to distract the fact that my liner is really crazy, but I don't have falsies with me because that is a little bit over ambitious for the car. So let's go ahead though and move on to mascara. Now, because I didn't want to do falsies, I brought the next best thing. So here is the LashEase mascara. I just did a video about this. It's one of those as seen on TV mascaras, and it actually, this one works, and I really like the effect that it gives my lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl them first. Mascara might be even, I mean, it might be scarier than eyeliner because you can probably poke your eye out with it and or have it end up all over your eyelid, which would be very sad. Alright, so this is a fiber mascara, but it's just one step, really easy to use. I will link the video down below, whoa, of my first impression demo. Not bad so far. It's not your fault. I think the trick to putting on makeup in the car is knowing when to pause and don't try to fight the bumps in the road. Go over the bumps in the road before you start putting back on your mascara. I feel like that belongs on a shirt somewhere. Yes. Uh-oh. Mascara on the bottom of my eye. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. That wiped away. Oh, there's a little bit of a dark mark. We can always reapply some foundation in that area. Fixed. Okay. And now, I feel like we're kind of in the clear because we just got to do contour, blush, and highlight. And then lipstick might be the last real challenge of this Get Ready With Me. But I'm using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep. Easy peasy. Covergirl Peach Punch Blush. Y'all know that although I originally thought this collection would be gimmicky, this blush is actually awesome. And it does smell like peaches. And it still smells like this. Like, I've had this for a while, since the collection first came out. And the smell is still, like, very prominent, but not bothersome in my opinion. And for highlight, the one product that I really, really liked from the Wet n Wild Crystal Cavern collection is their cream highlight. This thing is beaming. But check out my video on the rest of the Crystal Cavern collection. A lot of it was kind of underwhelming, spoiler alert, but check out this highlight. The face is done. Now it's time for lipstick. So I can go one of two ways. I can put on liquid lipstick and really test my precision skills. But I also have the Physicians Formula butter creams, which are a little forgiving, but where would the fun be in that, right? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with Extra from the BH Cosmetics Cashmere Cream collection. I have a whole lip swatch video of these. Check that out, linked in the description. Home stretch, everyone, let's go. This is me contemplating whether or not this shade matches the rest of my makeup. Let's go for it. You can always wipe it off. Okay, that could be a little more even on the side. The thing is, I like to kind of exaggerate both actually, my top and bottom lip, which calls for precision in application. That is not even, okay. We're there. It's happened. We're done. Alright, let me pack up and I'll show you the finished look. Alright, so this is the finished look. I think it came out pretty decent. Hardest parts were clearly the eyeliner. Surprisingly, the lipstick. I didn't think the lipstick was going to be that hard, but considering my normal lip routine and how I kind of shape out my lips differently than they're naturally shaped, it definitely calls for precision. But other than that, not only was this like a fun car get ready with me, but this routine is pretty much the exact same routine I've been doing on all of my trips lately, because it is the makeup that I've just kept packed in my travel makeup bag. But I don't think it came out too bad. I mean, there's really no going back as far as the liner unless I wanted to take off my entire eye. So this is what we're working with today. But I really don't think that I'm gonna need to fix anything once we are, you know, stopped. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching this fun, little bit different video. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, become the newest member of the Slash Squad. If you've done that, then high five, but have you hit the bell icon so you know every time a new video goes live. Engage with this video in any way to make sure this face stays on your subscription page. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!